So for a minute, I thought about not recording today. Not because I don't have something to talk about, but because I'm in the middle of a storm in my life right now that I can't control. And it's been another really hard week, little sleep. Simba's medication has gotten delayed, so he's been struggling, wanting to take his discomfort and pain away and not being able to, and feeling like I don't really have any control over it. And being really real about when it is the right time to say goodbye to him. And then feeling all the thoughts of grief and hope and fear and wondering if I'm doing the right thing by him. And all of that existing in the same breath. And instead of trying to fix it, get lost in it, or numb or cope it away, I've really been consciously practicing just staying present inside of it, not spiritually bypassing it, not pretending I'm high frequency while my body is bracing, and not trying to manifest my way out of being human. Just being here and letting this moment right here, right now, in all the mess, standing in the middle of the storm, and letting that be okay. Even in the pain, allowing it to exist without trying to anchor it to past stories or making it mean more out of a future that doesn't exist yet. Because here's the belief that I want to bust right out of the gate. Most people are trying to create a future that's free of pain, and that future doesn't exist. There will always be storms, loss, uncertainty, change, expansion that hurts on the way through. Life isn't designed to be pain-free. It's designed to be lived. It's designed to be loved. So there's a story that I heard about buffaloes and cows in Colorado that I keep thinking about. When the storms roll in across the plains, the cows do something instinctive. They turn and they run away from the storm. But because storms move faster than the cows, they end up staying inside the storm longer, stretching out their discomfort, prolonging, and their suffering. And the buffalo do something completely opposite. They turn toward the storm. They walk straight into it and they move through it faster. Same storm, different relationship to it. And this is everything. Because frequency, alignment, coherence, they're not about avoiding storms. They're about how you meet them. So if you're new here, my name is Dustin, and I teach conscious creators how to stop trying to dominate their lives into submission and start creating from alignment, structure, and nervous system truth. I work with deeply good-hearted people, the ones who want to change the world, not just succeed in it. The ones who feel deeply, who care deeply, who have done all of the mindset, shadow, and inner work. They've done all the healing, all the manifesting rituals, and they still feel like something isn't clicking. And if that's you, this episode is for you. So here's what I've been seeing everywhere lately. So many good-hearted people are broke, not because they're unskilled, misaligned, or lazy, but because they're living inside of a program that they inherited from family, from culture, from religion, and yes, even from the personal development and manifestation world. A program that quietly teaches you must heal more before you can receive. You must fix yourself before you're worthy. You must improve, purify, elevate, evolve, and then success will come. But what you may not understand is that program keeps your nervous system in permanent preparation mode. The always almost ready, the always almost there, the always almost it, but never fully available. And here's the brutal truth that most people don't want to say out loud. When wealth is tied to worth, the system creates inner conflict. You might consciously want abundance, but unconsciously, success feels like exposure, pressure, responsibility, separation, loss of belonging. And that conflict creates static. Not because you're doing it wrong, babe, but because part of you is trying to prove worth instead of allowing capacity. And here's the uncomfortable comparison and why they seem to win. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. So, a lot of people with money and power in the world right now are not exactly heart centered, not exactly for the people. And it can feel unfair when there's so many people that are struggling. But here's what they're not dealing with the same way that heart led people are. They're not in constant inner negotiation about whether they deserve to exist at the level that they're playing. They're not trying to be good enough, healed enough, conscious enough. They just take up space. They have a clear direction and they take consistent action. They're aligned with what they want. And heart centered people, on the other hand, are often carrying, if I had more, someone else is going to have less. If it's easy, it won't last. If I rest, I'm lazy. If I succeed, I'll outgrow my people. If I struggle, it'll prove that I'm good. And babe, this is an alignment. This is identity conflict. So this is where we get to reframe frequency. And I want to say this slowly. Frequency is not a feeling. It's not positivity. It's not happiness. It's not worth. It's not being pain-free. Frequency is how you relate to what's happening. You don't hold the frequency of your future by feeling like her. You hold it by meeting your present reality the way that she would. Grounded, present, unsplit, not running like the cows, not pretending that the storm isn't here, but walking into it like the buffalo, knowing you'll move through it faster when you stop resisting. And here's the real shift when you can shift from worth to capacity. Because here's the reframe that changes everything. Wealth doesn't respond to worth. It responds to capacity. Capacity to receive, capacity to hold, capacity to stay present without collapsing or inflating. Baby, you don't need to be more deserving. You need a nervous system that knows it's safe to be here, even in the storm. So if this is landing in your body and not just your head, I want to invite you somewhere. I want you to come join us inside my spiritually kinky community for creators on School. Because this is a space for people who are done trying to fix themselves and ready to remember who the fuck they really are. And when you join, you get immediate access to my 10-minute Manifest Now Accelerator Challenge, which teaches you how to use your already innate superpowers of choice, focus, and flow, not to learn how to manifest, because, babe, you've already been doing that unconsciously your whole life, but to teach you how to retrain your nervous system so that you can start creating a life of desire instead of a life that you have survived. Because it's time to stop creating from old programs and start creating from truth, from presence, from choice, from coherence. And I want to remind you, babe, that you are not broken. You are not behind, and you are not here to earn your place. You are the creative force within, and you get to choose what you'd love to create. So whether you're here to be a little bit spiritual, or whether you're here to be a little bit kinky, or whether you're here like me to be a whole lot of both, lead with love, my friends. And in case nobody told you today, I see you, I feel you, and I love you, and you are not alone. Mm.